the topic I'm going to deal with is an overview of academic papers in metallurgical engineering. It consists of 3 parts, including Part 1, topics covered in academic papers and their characteristics. Part 2, skills of reading academic papers, and Part 3, top journals in metallurgical engineering. In Part 1, firstly, topics of academic papers in metallurgical engineering will be introduced. We know the processing objects of this major are different metals. Comprehensively, it is divided into 2 major groups, ferrous, 钢铁, and non-ferrous, 有色 metals. Meanwhile, there are many 3 kinds of procedure technology, including pyrometallurgy, 活化冶金, hydrometallurgy, 湿法冶金, and electrometallurgy, 电冶金. In addition, there are different processes in each technology. For example, roasting, 焙烧, smelting, 熔炼, converting, 吹炼, and refining, 精炼, etc. in pyrometallurgy. Leaching, 浸出, purifying, 净化, solvent extraction, 溶剂萃取, ion exchange, 离子交换, and precipitation, 沉淀, etc. in hydrometallurgy. And molten salt electrolysis, 熔岩电解, electro-refining, 电解精炼, and electrowinning, 电机 in electrometallurgy. So, we can choose the suitable academic papers which are interesting or important for us according to above research directions. Then, characteristics of metallurgical papers will be introduced, including vocabularies and phrases, sentence grammar, and paper structure. Generally, the main content of academic papers in the major of metallurgical engineering usually includes the science facts, principles, and technologies, etc. So, it also has its distinctive features. Firstly, a large number of professional vocabularies and phrases are used, which rarely appear in general English, such as copper sulfate, 硫化铜矿, chalcopyrite, 黄铜矿, and coffeelite, 钴镍矿, etc. Meanwhile, for some common vocabularies, they have different meanings in academic situations, such as loading capacity, 指萃取容量, low grade, 低品位的矿石, etc. Furthermore, the grammatical features are as follows. First, a lot of declarative sentences for the scientific facts. Second, many known and difficult sentences for discussing author's viewpoints. Third, numerous passive voices for the objectivity. And fourth, many non-finite verbs making analysis more scientific and precise, such as gerund and propositional phrases, etc. Lastly, academic papers usually are written in conventional writing style, including title, authors, and affiliations, abstracts and keywords, introduction, materials and methods, results and discussion, conclusions, acknowledgements, and references. In addition, 3 to 5 highlights are listed before the abstract in some special journals for the main research content, conclusions, or innovations. After being familiar with the contents and characteristics of academic papers, we will learn Part 2, skills of reading academic papers. First of all, some related academic knowledge of metallurgical engineering is required to understand the content of papers. It involves the extraction and preparation of 16 metals in their periodical table, and the treating processes are so complicated. According to the learning or research objectives, we can look in certain English papers from the metal types, processing techniques, or both. Then, for the reading skills, General reading and judgment is required when there are a large number of academic papers for a certain topic. Firstly, by reading the title, abstract, or conclusions of a paper, we should know whether the topic and the results are useful for us, and determine skimming, intensively reading, or giving up it. Introduction is the first part of the paper text, and the research background, current problems, and significance, etc. are introduced. We should know and grasp the international present situation of development of the research field. Materials and method is the second part of the text. It objectively describes the experimental methods, processes, and analytical methods, and so on, and answer the questions of what, how, and why. So we should know whether the methods and the results are correct and reasonable. Results and discussion is one of the most important and wonderful parts in the paper, mainly containing figures, tables, formula, and their analysis and discussion. We should focus on learning the author's ways of analysis, writing style, and skills, etc. The last part, references, provides a convenient way for continuing in-depth and wide research. Thereafter, the intensive reading is required for the most important papers. First, we need to overcome the difficulties of vocabularies. Although there are many uncommon or professional words or phrases, a word is usually used to express the same scientific concept, and it will not be polysemy. It is possible to get the correct meaning combined with the online translation software and the logical relationship between the context. Meanwhile, there are almost all the professional vocabularies or phrases in a comprehensive English, Chinese, and Chinese-English dictionary of metallurgical industry. We should develop the habit of consciously learning by using professional dictionaries or books. Second, the main parts of a long and complex sentence, including the subject, the predicate, and the object, are required to find out for better understanding. Lastly, we should find out the topic centers of a paragraph to quickly grasp the research ideas and methods. Here, the last part, that is part 3, top journals in metallurgical engineering, will be introduced. At present, there are many different journals related to metallurgical engineering, but the top journals are Journal of Alloys and Compounds, Hydrometallurgy, Powder Technology, Metallurgical and Materials Transactions B, Metallurgical and Materials Transactions A, Journal of the Electrochemical Society, International Journal of Mineral Processing, and Intermetallurgicals, etc. We can find some classical and important academic papers in these above journals. That's all. Thanks for your attention.